Every child is born with potential, dreams, and the ability to soar. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam's journey began with these very beliefs. He was born in Rameswaram, a small town by the sea, where the sunsets painted the sky in hues of red and gold. Even as a boy, Kalam felt he was not meant for crawling. He was born with wings destined to fly. His early years were filled with curiosity, wonder, and the encouragement to dream big. This spirit of flight, both literal and metaphorical. Kalam's childhood was spent in a bustling household on Mosque Street, surrounded by siblings, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. Life was simple but rich in love and learning. His father, a boat owner and coconut farmer, instilled in him the values of hard work and faith. Early morning walks to the coconut grove with his father were filled with questions about the world, why the sky changes color, why it rains, and how birds fly. These moments nurtured Kalam's curiosity and set the foundation for his. At not being wealthy, Kalam's family valued education and togetherness. His mother's delicious meals and his father's dedication to work created an environment of warmth and support. Kalam loved to watch skilled climbers harvest coconuts, dreaming of climbing high and seeing the world from above. These early experiences taught him that no dream was too high if one was willing to work for it. The joy of sharing stories with his family after every adventure made learning a daily celebration. Kalam was the youngest in his family, often cared for by his sister Zora. He was a dreamy child, fascinated by the flight of birds and the mystery of the sky. His mind buzzed with questions: why can birds fly and not human? Where do the waves come from? When answers weren't found at home, he turned to books. In a town with few books, a freedom fighter named Str. Manikam opened his library to Kalam, introducing him to fairy tales, biographies, and the wonders of science. This little lie. In World War II, resources were scarce. Kalam decided to help his family by collecting tamarind seeds, earning a small sum that brought him immense pride. He also took on the exciting job of collecting newspapers thrown from moving trains, sparking his fascination with engines and machinery. These experiences not only taught him the value of hard work, but also ignited his interest in how things work, especially the marvel of steam engines, each small act of responsibility. Kalam's evenings were filled with stories from newspapers, read aloud by his cousin. He longed to see the world beyond Rameswaram. Jalaluddin, a well-educated relative, became his mentor, encouraging him to dream big and pursue higher education. Their family's ferry business, which took pilgrims across the sea, faced challenges, especially after a devastating storm. Yet, with resilience and teamwork, they rebuilt what was lost. These early lessons in perseverance and inspiration from mentors. Kalam's school life was marked by supportive teachers and close friendship. His mathematics teacher once visited his home to celebrate his excellent exam results, showing the deep care teachers had for their students. School days began early, with lessons in Arabic and special math classes. Meals prepared by his mother were a daily delight. Walking to Rameswaram Elementary School with friends, Kalam cherished the camaraderie and simple joys of childhood. These formative years built his love for. Kalam's best friend, Ramanatha Sastry, shared many adventures with him. Together, they built leaf boats and rescued ants during rainy days. However, a new teacher once separated them because of their different religions. The incident deeply hurt Kalam, but their family intervened, teaching everyone the importance of unity and friendship beyond religious divides. This lesson in harmony and acceptance left a lasting impact on Kalam, shaping his inclusive worldview and belief in the. Pivotal moment came when Kalam's teacher, Sivasubramania Iyer, taught the class about how birds fly. After a practical lesson by the seashore, Kalam was captivated by the science of flight. This experience ignited his lifelong passion for aeronautics. His teacher encouraged him to pursue higher studies in flight sciences, setting him on a path toward engineering. This blend of inspiration and practical learning gave Kalam a clear mission to study and master the art of flight. 15. Kalam left Rameswaram for Schwartz High School in Ramanathapuram. Saying goodbye to his family, especially his mother, was emotional. His new school's motto, "Let not thy winged days be spent in vain," reminded him to make the most of his learning years. Though homesick at first, Kalam soon adapted, finding encouragement from teachers and new friends. His love for mathematics and flight continued to grow, fueled by the supportive environment at Schwartz. School life at Schwartz was not without challenges. Once, Kalam was punished for being late to class, an experience that left him upset. However, his teacher later praised his academic achievement, turning the incident into a lesson about resilience and growth. This taught Kalam that setbacks can be stepping stones to success, and that good teachers correct and encourage their students, shaping them for the future. After finishing school, Kalam pursued a B.Sc. in physics at St. Joseph's College, Tarakarapalli. College life offered more freedom and exposure to dedicated teachers who nurtured his interest in mathematics and science. Professors like Thothatri Iyengar and Calculus Srinivasan inspired him with stories of ancient Indian mathematicians, instilling confidence that he too could make discovery. These college years broadened Kalam's horizon and deepened his love for learning. Kalam's English teacher introduced him to world literature, encouraging him to explore the college library. Discovering authors like Thomas Hardy and Leo Tolstoy, Kalam developed a lifelong love for reading. The library became a place of adventure and discovery, where he realized that books could open doors to new worlds and ideas. This passion for reading would continue to fuel his imagination and knowledge throughout his life. After earning his degree in physics, Kalam realized his true passion lay in aeronautical engineering. He applied to the prestigious Madras Institute of Technology (MIT), facing financial challenges. His sister Zora's sacrifice, pawning her jewelry for his fee, enabled him to pursue his dream. This act of love and support reinforced Kalam's determination to succeed and give back to his family. At MIT, he found himself surrounded by real airplanes, bringing his childhood dream. MIT was a place of rigorous learning and high expectations. In his third year, Kalam faced a critical project deadline. When his work was deemed unsatisfactory, his professor gave him an ultimatum: finish the project by Monday or lose his scholarship. Kalam worked tirelessly, barely eating or sleeping, and completed the project on time. This experience taught him the value of hard work, discipline, and the power of determination in overcoming challenges. Graduation from MIT marked the threshold of adulthood for Kalam. The support and affection of his professors, especially Professor Sponder, left a lasting impression. As he posed for the class photograph, Kalam felt he was looking not just at the camera, but at the world of possibilities waiting beyond the college gates. The foundation laid by his teachers would guide him as he stepped into the professional world. Kalam's journey as an aeronautical engineer began with an internship at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) in Bangalore. Here, he gained hands-on experience working with aircraft engines, turning theoretical knowledge into practical skills. The shop floor became his classroom, and the engineers and technicians his teachers. This period solidified his understanding of machines and the science behind flight, preparing him for the challenges ahead. After completing his internship, Kalam attended job interviews in Delhi and Dehradun, hoping to become a pilot in the Indian Air Force. Despite his passion and preparation, he narrowly missed selection, ranking 9th when only 8 were chosen. Overwhelmed by disappointment, Kalam sought solace at the ashram of Swami Sivananda, who encouraged him to accept destiny and move forward. This setback taught Kalam resilience and the importance of perseverance. Turning to Delhi, Kalam was offered a position as Senior Scientific Assistant at the Directorate of Technical Development and Production. His first assignment was to design an aircraft capable of reaching the speed of sound. Later, he worked on fighter aircraft projects in Kanpur, gaining valuable experience in design and maintenance. Despite not becoming a pilot, Kalam's fascination with flight and space remained undiminished, guiding his career choices. Kalam's career took a significant turn when he joined the Aeronautical Development Establishment (ADE) in Bangalore. Tasked with developing a hovercraft for the Indian Air Force, Kalam and his team faced the challenge of creating something entirely new with limited resources. With guidance from experts like Professor Satish Dhawan, they built a successful prototype named Nandi. This project taught Kalam the value of innovation, teamwork, and original problem solving. Success of the hovercraft project led to an unexpected opportunity. Kalam was invited to join the Indian Committee of Space Research in COSPA as a rocket engineer. Moving to Mumbai, he became part of India's nascent space program, working alongside visionaries like Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. This marked the beginning of Kalam's lifelong contribution to India's journey into space, fulfilling the dreams he had nurtured since childhood. Kalam's work at INCOSPA began in Thamba, a small fishing village chosen for its ideal location near the Earth's magnetic equator. The local church became the first laboratory and workshop for India's space program. With limited facilities, the team worked tirelessly, often transporting rocket parts on bicycles. Their dedication and resourcefulness laid the groundwork for what would become the Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO). 1963, India launched its first sounding rocket from Thamba, marking a historic milestone. Kalam was responsible for integrating the rocket's parts and ensuring safety. The successful launch boosted the team's confidence and set the stage for developing indigenous rockets, including the Rohini series. Under Dr. Sarabhai's visionary leadership, India began its journey towards self-reliance in space technology. Dr. Sarabhai's vision was to develop India's own satellite launch vehicles (SLV). Kalam was appointed to lead the team responsible for the fourth stage of SLV-10, the vehicle that would place a satellite into orbit. The work was intense and demanding, but the team's dedication and Sarabhai's inspiring leadership kept them motivated. Kalam learned the importance of dreaming big and working tirelessly to turn those dreams into reality. Sudden passing of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai was a huge personal and professional loss for Kalam and the entire space program. Despite the setback, the team pressed on, with Professor Satish Dhawan taking over as chairman. Kalam was chosen as the project director for SLV-10, a role that required resilience, patience, and the ability to unite and motivate a large team. This period tested Kalam's leadership and commitment to the mission. After years of hard work, the SLV-10 was ready for its first launch in 1979 at Sriharikota. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation. However, a technical failure in the second stage caused the rocket to tumble into the Bay of Bengal. The setback was devastating, but Professor Dhawan's support and leadership helped Kalam and his team recover. They analyzed the failure, learned from it, and prepared for another attempt. July 18, 1980, The SLV-13 successfully launched the Rohini satellite into orbit, making India one of the few countries to achieve this feat independently. The team's perseverance paid off, and Kalam learned two vital lessons: resilience in the face of failure and the importance of leadership in managing both success and setbacks. This achievement marked a turning point in India's space program and in Kalam's career. The success of SLV-13, Kalam was appointed director of the Aerospace Dynamics and Design Group. New projects like the Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle (ASL), Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle (PSLV), and Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle (GSLV) were planned. Just as Kalam was settling into his new role, he received an invitation to lead India's Guided Missile Development Program at the Defense Research and Development Laboratory (DRDL). DRDL, Kalam led the development of 5 indigenous missile systems: Prithvi, Trishul, Nag, Akash and Agni. The mission was ambitious and required the collaboration of scientists, engineers, and the armed forces. Despite initial challenges and setbacks, Kalam's leadership and motivational approach brought the teams together. The successful launches of Trishul and Prithvi marked significant milestones, establishing India as a leader in missile technology. After several delays and technical challenges, the Agni missile was successfully launched on May 22, 1989. The flight lasted 600 seconds and demonstrated India's capability to develop advanced missile technology. Kalam's vision extended beyond technology. He requested 100,000 saplings for the research center, symbolizing growth and harmony with nature. The success of Agni earned Kalam national honor and cemented his legacy as the missile